Okay, what's up, everybody? Good morning. Welcome to a Sunday edition of Morning Scone presented by Brock, the Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic. Of course, Hudco Roofing, HudcoRoofing.com. Restored Motions, RestoredMotions.com, and ProCharge EV, ProChargeEV.com. Hope your Saturday was great. Hope your Sunday's off to a fantastic start. We had a busy night last night. Had a celebratory birthday party last night, and actually ended up at Uncle Earl's afterwards. Anyway, but a good night, and we so I didn't get to bed till about midnight. That's how you know you're aging, when your late night out means you go to bed at midnight. Anyway, so went to bed. So we're running a little late this morning, but appreciate y'all for being here as always. If you're on YouTube, smash the like button, subscribe over the channel. Facebook, like the Matt Moscona page, share the post. We're on LinkedIn and Twitter X as well. So welcome to everybody. Again, if you're on Twitter, we do the show every single day, like every single 7 days a week, 52 weeks a year, 365 days a year. So make sure you subscribe up to the YouTube channel if you want to catch us during the week. All right, we appreciate you for being there with us. A lot to delve into today. The LSU men's basketball team gets blasted by Mississippi State, 87-67. That probably shouldn't come as a great surprise. Jimmy Ott's angle rings true yet again. So the teams that have a court storm, if you have the emotional win where your fans storm the court, those teams go the other way, bet against them the next game out. Of course, LSU had the dramatic win against Kentucky. The fans stormed the court, and we saw what happened on Saturday night. LSU was just outplayed from jump. Mississippi State beats the Tigers 87-67. So, you can just look up and down this box score, and it tells you the story of the game. LSU continues to shoot a good field goal percentage. 41% from the floor is respectable, but State was 46%. Both teams attempted 22 free throws. State out-rebounded LSU 37-34. But you look at points in the paint, 38-36, pretty even. But, it was 15 turnovers for LSU. And Tigers, really, their inability to shoot the three. The game was won by Mississippi State by their ability to shoot the three. State was 10 of 21 for three. LSU was 3 of 17, 17%. Usually you look at a box score in a basketball game and it'll reveal itself to you. And otherwise, you're talking about a pretty even game. Both teams shot pretty similar field goal percentage. Rebounds, 37-34. State did assist on 14 of their made baskets. LSU just 4. But the turnovers, LSU 15, State 12. Again, pretty 38-36 points in the paint. Fouls, 17-16. It was pretty even except for that three-point stat. LSU 3 of 17. State 10 of 21. So State's ability to shoot the three ball kind of what separated them. So I was kind of trying to keep an eye on the game a little bit while we were out last night, but it pretty evident the manner in which it went. So LSU falls. That really, for all intents and purposes, does stick a fork in any conversation about the NCAA tournament. They were going to have to be perfect and win out, and probably win a couple games in the SEC tournament. That's okay. Like you got to remember and realize what this team was, is, has been, and ultimately will be. But find a way to get on track here with 4 regular season games to go, and strengthen your resume and go be an NIT team and make sure you play in postseason ball. All right, we'll get to your comments here real quickly though. The baseball team beats Northern Illinois 5-2. Another really nice day by Luke Holman. He gave you 7 innings yesterday. 7 innings of shutout ball, and most important, just 2 hits. Most impressively, no walks. 8 strikeouts, no walks. Now, clearly Holman has been your most impressive pitcher so far through 2 starts. The 10 strikeouts last week, 7 shutout innings yesterday, and then we got to see Little take the bump and pitch the 8th, and then Lohr came in the 9th and gave up a couple of runs, and then Guidry came out and got the last 2 outs. So 5-2 is your final in that game. Again, you didn't Your offense didn't get going again, and Jay keeps tinkering. We did see Stephen Milam yesterday at short. Um, Again, he's going to tinker here with this lineup. Kling led off. They went Kling. Pearson started in second, then went to right when they put in a Polt in the ball game at third for Tommy White. So they moved things around, and Kucherak went to second. Kucherak played short in the blowout game on Thursday. So Jay's tinkering, man. He caught Travinsky yesterday and DH Neal. Neal didn't have a great day at the DH spot. He was 0 for 2 at a strikeout and a walk. But it's just very clear right now, to me anyway, that Jay is trying to get a look at as many guys as possible in as many different spots and roles as possible. It's position players and pitchers. So, what he told us at the beginning of the year is reigning true. He's like, I'm going to fill in the lineup card and have Tommy White at third, Jared Jones at first, and Paxton Kling in center every day. And everything else is kind of up for grabs. It certainly feels like Mac Bingham has solidified himself in left. He was 1 for 3 yesterday. He did have 3 RBI. The homer he hit was Mac Bingham hit his first homer yesterday. It was a missile that went over the bleachers and left. I think Mac Bingham has solidified himself in left. I think everything else is up for grabs. Like, if you told me Braswell solidifies himself and is the everyday shortstop, I think that's likely. If you play Pearson and right and Milam at second, or Pearson at second and Brown and right, I could believe either one of those would solidify. I still think they're going to platoon a catcher. You got 3 guys that can all catch, and I think they're all going to catch. And then obviously they're still figuring out rules in the bullpen. So anyway, a busy day for LSU, and basketball loses, baseball wins. Baseball's back at it today against Stony Brook at 1:00. So, we'll see who gets the ball for LSU. They left that one TBD. I'll be curious to see what direction they go today. If they do go with Javen Coleman, or if they go with Cade Anderson, the freshman, one day shorter rest. He pitched Monday last week, but they throw him on Sunday here. Maybe they go Javen Coleman again today. So we'll see how it goes. But another opportunity for LSU today. This time, a little vengeance against Stony Brook. We'll see how it goes. Okay, let's say some good mornings here. Kelly Gross, you know the drill. God's Green, good morning. Hey, Dad, good morning. Kobe Walker, good to see you there. Austin Kidder, good morning. Time to run rule Stony Brook and restore order. I did see, by the way, a lot of y'all mentioned the Stony Brook get the GAT video on their bus. I did see it. And I don't blame them. I mean, good for them. There was a big win for them. They were celebrating. I don't mind them celebrating. And I think the get the GAT thing they did, for those that missed it, Stony Brook beat LSU on Friday, and their players did a get the GAT video on the team bus. I think that's homage to the greatest college football team ever. And considering that championship celebration in the White House was 4 years ago, and those guys were, I don't know, high schoolers. And that's the thing that where popular culture evolves so much, so rapidly. That's the thing those guys chose to do on their bus. I mean, I didn't take it as a slight. I looked at it as a hat tip to the GOATs. Russell Doloff, but I still want to run rule him. Larry Garner, good morning. Von Bluesman, what's going on? God, screen midnight is late. Well, it was late for me yesterday. One Nardi, what's going on? Hey, Jeff McKithen, good morning. Brambo, what's up, Scone? I think Holman might be better suited to be the Friday starter. You heard me, is probably better suited for Saturdays. We'll see how it goes. Here's the thing. I don't know, and I know a lot of people are going to say that, so I was prepared for that today. I don't know that I necessarily agree. Here's why. So Holman's been obviously very good. Holman doesn't have overpowering stuff. So I'm curious to see what it will look like against other top-tier Friday starters in the SEC. My point is, it might be better. And again, I'm not suggesting you pitch backwards, because we would see teams do that again. Some teams do that against NOLA back in the day, and some teams did it against Skeens last year, where you essentially know that your best guy isn't good enough to beat Paul Skeens, but your best guy is your best chance to get a win on the weekend. So what some teams would do is they'd say, all right, we're going to pitch backwards. We're going to save our best guy for game 2. And look, if we happen to get some good swings off against Paul Skeens and win that game, great. And then we could go to try to win the series in game 2. But we're in effect conceding game 1 and trying to get game 2 with our best guy, and then we'll go into game 3 as a rubber match and see how we can make it work. I'm not saying that LSU should necessarily do it with that approach. I'm just saying that I don't know that Luke Holman is like, can Luke Holman go toe-to-toe with Hagen Smith or some of the other dominant Friday night arms you're going to see in the league? I don't know. I don't know the answer to that. What I do know is Thatcher Hurd has better stuff than Luke Holman, and I've seen Thatcher Hurd be great. We talked about this yesterday. The thing that sometimes might be lost is yesterday is the game that Hurd pitched. He struck out 8 in 4 1/3. Holman struck out 8 yesterday in 7 innings pitched. You shouldn't just look at strikeout numbers, but that does suggest you have swing and miss stuff, which Hurd absolutely does. What's bitten him a bit so far is the command. I mean, the 4 walks were a problem. He walked in a run. He threw a wild pitch. But like we talked about yesterday, the defense also let him down a little bit. Pearson misplayed a ball in right. We talked about White dropping that ball at third where he would have tagged a runner that would ultimately score. So I don't think through 2 weeks you're ready to make that determination that you're going to flip your rotation. But it's a growing sample, and we're going to keep learning. Murder Giraffe, good morning. Jason H. One Nardi is Jacoby Matthews in talks with LSU. Yeah, for those that missed it, on 3 reporting, Jacoby Matthews will enter the transfer portal. That's the safety out of Ponchatoula. Told you all around Christmas he was considering it. Yes, I was told. Well, here I'll tell you real quick. I think it's safe to say LSU is the leader. The other teams I was told Ohio State, Texas, and Georgia. So LSU, Ohio State, Texas, Georgia for Jacoby Matthews. Jacoby Matthews, you don't remember, is 5-star safety out of Ponchatoula. Really wanted to go to LSU. A&M just made an NIL offer that he couldn't pass, and so went to College Station. And when Jimbo got fired and that staff turned over, I was told around Christmas time that he was debating whether he's going to enter the portal or go back to A&M. He did not enter the portal in the fall window, that December window, but clearly he, as on 3 report, he's entering the portal in the spring window. So, and I would 100% take Jacoby Matthews in a millisecond. If you would give me Jordan Gilbert and Jacoby Matthews as your starting safeties, yes, in a millisecond, give me those 2 guys. I mean, you want to talk about dramatically overhauling your defensive backfield with Matthews, Gilbert at safety, and then again, I don't know what to make of J.K. Johnson at corner because he was injured last year, didn't play at all. But Johnson and Jair Brown coming in when Zy Alexander gets back off the ACL. Zy Alexander was your best guy last year. There's conceivably he's your 3rd or 4th best guy this year. So you've improved there. How much? I don't know. I'm not telling you they're going to be awesome, but I'm telling you they're trending toward being certainly better than they were last year. Although it'd be hard to be worse. Please smash the like button if you would on YouTube. Subscribe up to the channel, Facebook, like the Matt Moscona page. Share the post. LinkedIn, please repost that as well. If you're watching on Twitter or X, please retweet us, like all that sort of stuff. Let's see. Samuel Smith, morning, Matt, was at the game last night. Didn't go our way. You can tell Coach McMahon is on a mission to bring his program up and have a relationship with fans. I'm a fan. He's doing great, man. Leon Williams, good morning. Lance Richard, if I stay up to midnight now, it takes me at least 2 days to get right. Kelly Presley, good morning. Love the tour of Daddy's work. Always great to see Drew. Thank you, Kelly. Good to see you here. Yeah, yesterday we usually when I take Drew on Saturdays to work and he rides the elevators, He usually just goes on the radio side, rides the elevators, and that's about it. Yesterday, he went through the entire building. He got off at every floor. He walked down every hallway. He was going like in the basement, down to the copier room. Like he was everywhere. Yes, he went all through the building yesterday. It was crazy. He was just a little adventurous spirit. Let's see. Bubba Tatum, good morning, Sconers. Donut picnic at the park for breakfast. Now back home getting ready for cookie booths. Thankful for Wi Fi streaming on days like this. Thanks for watching, Bubba. Appreciate you, man. Devin Kelly, good morning. Merrick Mathern, good morning. Watching you makes the 45 minutes on the treadmill go by fast. All right, Merrick, I'll go get it this morning, man. Good for you. Tiger Diver, morning, Scone, from the, I guess that's MIA. I guess that's Miami, from the MIA, unless there's something else I'm missing. Do you think men's basketball can make the NIT? Yes, I do think men's basketball can make the NIT. Remember, NIT also got rid of a lot of its auto bids. So that means there are more at-large bids to be had for the NIT. So, yes, I do. We had that conversation with Jerry Palm earlier this week. I do think that's very doable for LSU. If you finish, look, we said if you could go after the South Carolina game, and of course, then they beat Kentucky. My feeling after South Carolina was even if you lose to Kentucky, go 4-1 in your last 5. Well, they beat Kentucky, which means can you go 3-2 in your final 5? Well, they lost to State, and you got 4 games to go. So, can you beat? I would say the toughest game you're going to have is on the road at Arkansas, but you've got home against Georgia, which is winnable. You've got at Vanderbilt, they stink. Although Memorial Gym's always a weird place to play. Then at Arkansas, which I think is your toughest remaining game. Then home against Missouri. So, if you can win 3 of those 4, I think you're an NIT team, which would be a great boost for Matt McMahon in year 1. All right, Vernell Thomas. Good morning, Rolling Sconers. Patrick Kason, what's up? Jesse Post, good morning from Birmingham in a soccer tournament. Yeah, man, God bless everybody, all the parents who are traveling for travel ball. Man, I was talking to a friend on Friday who their kids, she was showing me their family schedule, and among all of their kids, with like baseball and softball and volleyball, soccer, whatever it is, like they are somewhere every weekend through July. I'm like, oh my God, it's February. But like every weekend through July, they're somewhere. It's incredible. Like, I don't know how y'all do it. Ryan Dixon, game change award, got hurt. He has a spark offensively, no doubt. He's been a huge Tyrell Ward's been Tyrell Ward's emergence has been a huge part of this season for LSU. It's maybe been the most uh uh pleasant surprise. Um Let's see. I was just looking up his final line, right? So Ward ended up only playing 13 minutes last night. So Ward played 13 minutes, 7 points, 5 boards, but still when Hubbard hit 6 threes, he was 6 of 12 from 3. And when I was watching the game, I was mostly watching with the sound off. So I don't know if y'all were watching with sound on, which y'all heard, but that's just what it appeared. Barry Jocelyn, good morning, Uncle Scone, here for therapy. Cajun Fried, Legator, what's going on? Christian, UCLA just hired Eric Bieniemy as their OC. Game just got a little more interesting. I don't know that it did, Christian. Honestly, you're talking about the game in Baton Rouge this year with LSU. Listen, I think Foster can end up being a really good coach. And y'all know I like Eric Bieniemy a lot. But in college, you still have to have players, man. And UCLA just doesn't have players. And Chip Kelly is a great head coach. He's coached 2 stops in the NFL, and early in his time in Philly, he was kind of revolutionizing the NFL. We know he revolutionized the college game when he was at Oregon, and he went to UCLA, and with no resources, turned them into a winner. So losing Chip Kelly is massive, and again, they just don't have players. So, I LSU is going to be a big favorite in that game at home. A reminder about Brock, the Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic. right there. We appreciate our friends over at Brock. Remember, after hours clinic, open nights, weekends. So, as an alternative to the ER, if you need an orthopedist, you can bypass the ER. You can go see our friends over at Brock on Bluebonnet in Baton Rouge, right there inside the Surgical Specialty Center. No appointment needed. Just go walk on in. You can always call ahead, but no appointment needed. And HUDCO, give us a shout. 364-1007, 364-1007. Office is open. Ring to cell phones as well. So give us a shout on that phone number if you think you might have hail damage. 364-1007. Had a buddy of mine. We used our coating product on a metal roof for his home. Got a beautiful home, and he sent me last night the before and after pictures, and was thrilled. His wife was thrilled, needless to say, but that makes me feel really good. So, again, if it's a roof coating job or if it's a roof replacement from that hail damage, we'd love to help you out. HUDCO Roofing and HUDCOroofing.com. 364-1007. All right, back to you. Here we are. All right, Brambo, Jesse, I live in Birmingham, about to do an hour run at Mountain Brook High School, 11 a.m. Y'all go hook up, do a morning Scone run. I love it. Matt French, is your background in this shot your only touch to the house? Did E-Rock give you one corner? Matt, yeah. So it's funny, we laughed. Whenever Eric and I got married, so I don't know if y'all can see, I'm sure y'all can see. So right here is a replica of the 2003 National Championship trophy, and I have this is game worn LSU helmet, but it's Andrew Whitworth's game worn LSU helmet from 2001. And when we got married, I wanted to put those in our hutch in the den. And she was like, absolutely not. It was a big fight when we first got married because she didn't want any of my stuff anywhere. And so, and I was like, kind of like hurt by it. I'm like, you're saying my stuff isn't good enough. I mean, I wasn't like domesticated to understand, like, no, you do neutral things and you don't have like a sports memorabilia home. So like our guest bedroom, at the old house was where I hung a lot of my stuff, kind of turned that into an office. So it was a 3-bedroom house. So we had our master, we had what would be Drew's room. And then, I don't know what we did with Drew's room before it was Drew's room. I don't remember. Maybe it was just the guest room. And then in the 3rd bedroom, we just made that into my office. And so that's where I had all my stuff. And then I hung a lot of other stuff in the garage too. But yes, in this house that we have, this is a little office. It's not a big room, but yeah, it's got the built-in shelves, so it's where I put all my stuff. But yes, this is it. This is the only place I get to put anything. This in the garage. So I got to maximize it. And I do have a new thing to display coming as well. Most Blessed Sacrament had their gala last night, and was happy to sponsor it. But it's where I went to elementary school. It's where I go to church. But we couldn't attend the gala last night, but I did sponsor it, and I did participate in the silent auction, and I won a I wonder if that's I won a no. I won a replica Lombardi trophy, like an actual size replica Lombardi trophy of the Saints win over the Colts, autographed by Drew Brees. So I'll have to find space for that somewhere in here too. Deborah Coward, good morning. Enjoy this beautiful Sunday. Yes, same to you. Ryan Dixon, not sure LSU baseball has found its identity as an offense. They won't have the same pop as last year and may have to play more small ball. So I would agree that they likely won't have the same pop. They hit last year. Trying to see how many homers they hit last year, Ryan. And I think didn't we do the math earlier or one day this week where I think I did the math wrong too, where LSU lost 85 homers off of last year's team. Let's see. So the team they had 144 homers last year. So they lost 85 of those 144 homers. So I guess my point is, yes, you are absolutely finding yourself offensively. I mean, these were your leading hitters among your regulars. Cruz, who's gone, obviously. White, Beloso's gone. Morgan's gone. Jones is back. Joe Bear's gone. Dugas is gone. Thompson's gone. I mean, of your regulars. Now, you had Travinsky and Kling and Milazzo, who played a good bit for you, but as the delineation mark in the box score shows, it went Cruz, White, Beloso, Morgan, Jones, Joe Bear, Dugas, Thompson. Those are your top 8. Travinsky at 356, so he would have been on there, but he started 23 games, so he wasn't a regular starter. Anyway, I mean, White and Jones are the only 2 back of those top 8. So you lose really like your top 6 guys from a year ago, and you lose 85 homers. So yes, I mean, that's why we talked before the season, like we knew last year they were going to hit while they figured out the pitching. Well, the pitching ended up being really good, paced by Skeens. And it took a while, right, to figure out everything else. This year, we looked and said, look at all those arms. They're just going to roll out tons of great arms while they figure out the offense. Now, some days have been good offensively, but, some days it's also been a struggle. But I still think not only are they figuring out, hey, babe, not only are they figuring out who is going to play, but also where they're going to hit in the lineup, right? I'll probably go look at this today, but I mean, I feel like we've seen Kling, Milam, Braswell, Brown led off the second. I think we've seen like 4 or 5 different leadoff guys. So through what, 7 games, 8 games. So, 7 games. Yeah, I think we've seen 5 different leadoff guys through 7 games. So they're still figuring it out, man. Cliff Nelson, good morning. Dalton Barnett, good morning. Ben Wallace, I've got a live morning going. All right, Dalton, glad to have you here, man. Thanks for being here on this beautiful Sunday. Matt French trying to convince my wife to let me bring my whiskey collection in the house. Where else would you put it? I hope it's not outside. And by the way, someone asked this. I wanted to point this out. So someone asked this about how long you can keep a whiskey bottle, like once you uncork a bottle, like how long it stays good. And I said forever, as long as you just keep it corked and airtight. Well, this up here is a bottle of Thomas H. Handy. It's a Thomas H. Handy BTAC from 2017. So that's been open now for 7 years. And I took a pour of it yesterday just to see, like, all right, it's been a while since I've taken that one off the shelf and took a sip. It was as good as the first time I opened it and poured it 7 years ago. So as long as you keep it tightly corked and you don't let air into it, it's good. Look at my guy. What up, Swain? That's former Vol, Jason Swain. I don't know if Swain's still watching. He made that comment 20 minutes ago. Former Vol, Jason Swain, hanging out here. A VFL. Was on that 2016 when Jamarcus Russell went airborne inside of Neyland Stadium toward the pylon. Got called back for penalty, but no big deal, Swain. He'd throw the game-winning touchdown pass a few plays later. It was awesome. And then Swain will reply that he won here in 2005, which he did. Swain, hope you're doing good, man, if you're still watching. Melissa Tracy, what's going on? We're going to go ahead and I don't know what you're doing there, Melissa Tracy. That feels like spam. So, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and block you there. Bubba Smith, good morning. Mark Vitanovich. Ricky Williams meeting fans at the Pontchartrain Center. That's cool. Ricky. Bo Revere, hope we find a way to defeat out the Boogeyman team today. That's funny. Jason Horn, what's going on? Tony Milam is taking shortstop. We'll see. Again, like Jay told you that he wants Braswell's defense. Now, Milam played a good short yesterday. But if they feel like Braswell is their best defender at short, you will sacrifice a bat there and take what you get offensively from him as long as he's playing a really good shortstop. So my guess is Braswell will be back in there today at short. Yesterday was just an opportunity to get Milam a look. So I think Braswell will be back in there today. Jason Horn, good morning. Read that one. Bud Smith, Johnson named Coleman starter for today. Okay, thank you. Again, was out last night, so didn't see. That makes sense to throw Javen Coleman today. Irfan Sayad, good morning. The GOAT. When do you think we see Cam Johnson again? I'd like to see him today, but I think you pick your spot, right? I think Um, I don't know necessarily that I want him out there in a super high leverage spot because I, you don't want to crush him, right? You want to set him up to have success where he can just go feel like he can let a rip and throw strikes. So today might be the day to do that. I'm trying to think. Let's see who have we seen. So went Holman Little, Laura Guidry. I would like to see Uyoa again today. Um, let's see. Hold on. Here we go. Let's see. Stony Brook. We saw. It was just Hurd, then Herring, then Dutton. So they shortened it a bit. And then the Northern Illinois game on Thursday, they went Jump, Ackenhouse, and Moffitt, Bucknam. That's right. And Bucknam didn't even used 18 pitchers last week, and Bucknam didn't pitch. Man, she's got a lot of guys that you like to get work. But remember, you do have a midweek. So that's the other thing too this week is you play a 4-game weekend, and then you're off Monday. You're off Monday, travel Tuesday, and then Wednesday you play at Rice, and then Thursday that makes sense. That's why they'll throw Coleman today, of course, because they'll start Kate Anderson at Rice on Wednesday, and then you're off Thursday, and then you're into your Friday, Saturday, Sunday series. That makes sense. I would love to see Cam Johnson today. If not, I think we'll see him against Rice on Wednesday. Tong, good morning. What is up with this? What's up with these spammers? I'm not here for these guys. Let's see. Jeremy Vice Jacoby can't transfer to an SEC school in the spring window. Someone asked me that, Jeremy, and someone's gonna have to explain that to me because that doesn't make a lick of sense. Now, again, if you're talking about during the semester, then right, because the semester started, you can't join. But my point is, like, he can go into the portal whenever the spring window opens, and then when the semester ends, come to LSU or whatever school he wants to go to. I don't know if that's what you're talking about. So, I don't know what I don't know what everybody's talking about, like with that. I've had some people ask me that about Jacoby in the spring port, like when like he can't come here for spring football, if that's what you mean. Like that may be the disconnect what some people are talking about. Um, like because if you participate in spring football, you have to have been enrolled in that school. Well, Jacoby Matthews isn't enrolled at LSU, but he can absolutely go into the portal in spring, finish out the semester at A&M, and then when the semester ends, go to whatever his next school is. Like that's what Joe Burrow did. I mean, Burrow did spring at Ohio State that year and then went into the portal and got to LSU in June. So I think that might be what y'all are referring to. Ryan Stadler, morning, Matt. Been a little bit, but baseball could get interested in conference play this year. Arkansas has a very good picture. I guess you're talking about pitcher. I think you mean Hagen Smith, who, yes. Well, we saw Hagen Smith last year, man. Hagen Smith pitched against Skeens in that SEC tournament game when Arkansas beat LSU. I mean, Skeens only went like 3 or 4 innings, whatever it was. But, yeah, Hagen Smith is awesome. Trivia Carter, good morning. Devin Kelly, good morning. Let's see, Jeremy Vice. This is all about the all the stuff about Jacoby. Yeah, that has to be what y'all are talking about there. Like again, just to reiterate the rule, right? It's not that you. Let me see if I can find whatever tweet y'all are talking about. Like, I mean, I had a conversation yesterday about Jacoby, and I told you all the schools. It was LSU, Ohio State, Texas, and Georgia. So he's looking at with LSU as the leader. But again, if you're just again, I don't know what Shay tweeted or why people were asking me about that. But maybe it's just from a standpoint of could he. I just see Shay retweeted Hayes Fawcett. Let me see if Shay has a reply. Hang on about this. I don't see it. Anyway, whatever. So again, I guess just to reiterate from the Matthews thing, like again, I don't know how to say it more plainly. to participate in spring football, you have to be enrolled in school. So it's far past the spring semester enrollment date at any school he would go to. So if he were to transfer, he couldn't transfer for spring football, if that's what you're asking. But could he go into the portal when the next portal window opens? Yes. Remember, you don't have to commit anywhere when the portal window opens. You just have to declare that you're entering the portal in that window. So Matthews could go into the portal in that window and then finish out his semester at Texas A&M, and when the semester ends, enroll at LSU. It's really that simple. Scott Anderson, good to see you sit down with Will Wade. It was great to see Will on Friday over there in Lake Charles. Very much appreciate him coming over and doing that. He did not have to. So did the show from the new Mockler distributor in Lake Charles on Friday, and they're a big partner. Southwest Bev is a big partner of McNeese Athletics, and so now Mockler and Southwest Louisiana will be partnered with McNeese Athletics as well. So Will was kind enough to come over and sit down with me for a little bit on the show on Friday, which is really cool. Let's see, Tony, do you think Milam is too good of a freshman to not have in the lineup? I don't know yet, Tony. I'll tell you this. I like Milam a lot. I really like I've described him as like a little ball of bleep you energy. And I like that he's unafraid. I think you need players kind of with that play with a little edge. And I think he's got it. I mean, I think he's made a great early impression, but you're also 7 games into the season, man. I don't know how you can make any type of declarative decision through 7 games when he's played at second, short, he's bad at the top of the lineup, the bottom of the lineup. They're figuring it out, right? So is he too good of a freshman to not have in the lineup? No, I don't think he's too good of a freshman to not have in the lineup. I don't think we've seen enough to suggest that he's a guy that you just have to have in there. Like when Dylan Cruz came here, he was a freshman you had to have in the lineup. Like you just put him in center field every day because he was the best player on your team. When Alex Bregman came here, he started at shortstop day one because he was too good to not have in the lineup. Like Stephen Milam isn't that player. So no, I don't agree with you on that. Is he a guy that may end up starting, being an everyday player on this team? Yeah, he may end up being an everyday player on this team, but I don't think you can say that definitively right now. I mean, we're looking at. I mean, he led off against Stony Brook. It was 0 for 5. I mean, he was 0 for 5 with a strikeout. I mean, but it was one game, small sample. Hey, babe, you want to do Ask E-Rock? Let me know if y'all want to do Ask E-Rock. If you do, we're short on time anyway because I'm going to church. So that's fine. Where are you going? That's fine. We'll talk about it later. Let me see. It's 10:16. All right. If you have Ask E-Rocks, get them in now. You can ask Erica anything about anything. Fire away. That's fine. Okay, that's fine. All right. Anthony Googly use no way the basketball teams makes. Anthony, you know what I love about you, man? For as long as I've known you on all these streams, you're nothing but just a giant force of positivity. I can always count on you to look at any glass as half empty. That's my guy, Anthony Guglieluzza, who notoriously, I would say, got onto my radar back in 2017 after just perpetually dumping on a team that would end up finishing as the national runner-up. But this is Anthony. No way the basketball team makes the NIT. I'm surprised. I'm not surprised, though. Baseball team had 3 hits. That was good to see, LOL. That's Anthony. Anthony is a guy who lives like who was that Charlie Brown character that walked around and just constantly had the little, or maybe it wasn't Charlie Brown, maybe it was a comic that just constantly had the rain cloud over their head. That's Anthony in real, and that stinks. It's not a great way to live to constantly just be seeking out the negative. All right, go see bud. Anthony, I'm sure you're a great guy in real life, IRL. But you got to learn to be a little more positive in life. Life's too great to be negative all the time. I'm not saying you have to be. Come see. I'm not saying you have to be an unapologetic homer. Lord knows I'll criticize and warn you. You just never say anything positive. Wait, hang on one second. I'm gonna tell you something. Come here. Come here. I'm gonna tell you something. Come here. You got away yesterday without saying hi. Bend your knees. Okay. You got away yesterday without saying hi to Dad's show. No. Now, I think you have to say, I think you owe Dad's show a hello. Hello, Doctor. Oh, that was so nice. And so sweet. Hey, did you sleep so good last night? Listen, did you sleep so good last night? Yeah. Gosh. Your button's undone right here. Look at that. I'm going to snap it. What color is Drew's jammies? Green. Hey, what letter starts green? G. Good job. Are you trying to get down? Yes. Yeah, I know. Say bye, Dad Joe. Bye, Dad Joe. Okay. Can y'all see? His butt says camouflage. It's camouflage. Camouflage.
Do this. I'm just leaving her now. So if you want to do this like 15 minutes.
No ASCII rocks yet. Okay. Let's see. Jeremy Fontana, dig the new setup. God's Green, the Drewster. Trudy Landrino. Love the Drew comments. Thanks as always. Go Tigers. Anthony is the ultimate nega tiger. He kind of is. But I'm sure he's a super nice guy. Like, I really mean that. It's just when it comes to sports, he's the guy like you never want to be. You know, what was the character in Major League 2? Cousin Eddie's character in Major League 2, who forgot his name anyway, who sit in the outfield and just trash the team the whole time. Like, that's Anthony. And he's probably like a great guy in real life. It's just when it comes to sports, the only speed and pace and cadence and voice he has is just let me highlight the negative. And in my opinion, I'm a psychoanalyzer here for a second, Anthony. I think that's a defense mechanism. I think that's a defense mechanism that fans use so they don't open themselves up to be disappointed when their team doesn't do well. But that's Anthony. He is the perpetual negative side of everything sports related with the teams he purports to love, which is weird. That's not me, but anyway. Dave and Erica, we do have ASCII rocks. Come on down. Austin Kidder, at least Jacoby Matthews, not showing interest in playing Brian Dennehy Stadium. But again, when you spell it out and you let them know that you're intentionally doing it, it doesn't hit anymore. Does anyone know how we can watch LSU baseball games online? Yes, on the Watch ESPN app or the ESPN app when you go to the watch function. You just have to punch in your cable provider or buy subscription to ESPN Plus. Trudy, can't wait to cheer my Tigers in Houston Wednesday and then the Classic in Houston next weekend. Should be a lot of fun. Gunnar Michaels, love college pitchers that fill up the zone. Ulloa looks amazing, as well as Dutton, Button, and Moffitt. Dutton, I would say, I agree with you, Michael, Gunnar. Especially, what was I going to say? Sorry. Oh, Dutton. The roles they've used Dutton in as a closer, as a stopper, brought him in against Stony Brook with the bases loaded and nobody out. I mean, they've put him in some sticky situations and he's done well. So I agree with you. Robert Potts, good morning. Mentioned Jacoby Matthews earlier. No recruiting isn't your jam. From who you've heard from, I think this transfer is about NIL or championship this time. First time it was NIL. I think both. A little bit of both. I think LSU has its stuff a little more together now with respect to NIL also. But I actually got a phone call right as we were starting Morning Scone that's probably about that. So as soon as we're done, I'm going to make that phone call. Oh, right. You coming down, Erica? Look, I'll turn the camera. All right. Come on down, Erica. You're not even close to being in. Like the shot shuts off at the bookshelf. You can go right here. I promise you're not in it. Look, you can see it.
Yeah, but
You're a bajillion. You would have to be back by Roni over there to be in the shot. You're not even close. Now come closer so you can be by the mic. You're nowhere close to being in, I promise. Oh, I'd like to do too. Wish I had a second. Oh, I can't do it. I need to do it. You want to say good morning?
morning.
Okay. How was the night last night?
It was a super fun night.
Really? What did we do?
We went to a 30th birthday party for one of my best friend's nieces. It was a Friends theme, so we were Friends characters, everyone but Matt, because Matt doesn't do
There was
themes.
another person there that wasn't dressed up.
No, Kelsey's mom and dad weren't dressed up either. So, yeah, so we had rented out a little coffee bar. Coffee shop is very interesting to me. I've seen this a lot in New York, but they had alcohol, coffee, gelato, food. Like it was interesting to see what this little coffee shop offered. So we had a
What
fun
was it
night.
called?
Rev,
Rev?
um,
REVE maybe?
Rev rented it out and did a friends party at a coffee shop, which was super fun and cool. And then we went to Uncle Earl's afterwards. Haven't been there in about a minute. I did feel a little old, but we were there so early. There wasn't that many people there. And Matt was the master at putt-putt. You're so good at
It wasn't
putt-putt.
putt-putt.
Whatever it was. Putting. What are you doing?
That. I want.
Anyway. So it was a fun night out with good friends, and I'm tired.
Oh, that's what I want. There we go. Okay.
Oh, cute. Maybe you could get like a cute picture of me to put up.
A cute one.
Yeah, not a bad one.
Yeah, we don't want a bad one.
No.
All right. There we go. Okay, I got everything how it's supposed to be now. Okay, it's Ask E-Rock. So Eric is here. For those that are new, so E-Rock, we're streaming on Facebook,
Okay.
YouTube,
Okay.
LinkedIn, and Twitter.
LinkedIn.
And Twitter.
And Twitter. Wow.
On all four. So
Yeah, none of these people are going to know me.
That's why I'm introducing you.
Mhm.
So if you got a question for Erica, you can ask anything about anything. So fire away with some Ask E-Rocks. And we'll get to your questions here. It was interesting too. I got who is this person? Block this user. Okay. Let me get to the Ask E-Rocks. So this is Erica comes in here and we asked her anything about anything. Russell Doloff said, "Sounds like a hostile takeover. Happy wife, happy life."
What's a hostile takeover?
I don't know.
Me coming in here? No.
No.
I was going to take a bath, actually.
Would you like to see Thatcher settle in either his role as Friday guy? Don't want to put Holman on Friday just yet. Yeah, I think Hurd's still your Friday guy. Aunt Sharon is watching. Good morning, Aunt Sharon. Hope you're doing great. The rest of the Arkansas fam. Let's see. Ben.
How come when I watch, you never tell me hello?
I never see you pop up there. You have to say something.
Oh, well, I'm not going to say anything.
Well, it's unless you comments.
Oh, okay.
Ben said, according to Yahoo Sports, transferring within the conference after the February window, he would have to sit a year. I'll look into it, but I'll look into that, but I literally have not heard that rule. I would be willing to bet that anyone who was faced with that would challenge that rule and would win. Okay. Sorry, I lost my spot in here. All right, here we go. Here are other questions. Okay. Ben says, ask E-Rock.
Morning, Ben.
Did you attend St. Jude or do you just work there?
No, I did not attend there. I went to Sherwood Middle with Ryan, the Riot Terrio.
Mr. The Riot.
That's how Matt and Ryan became friends, just because of me. You would have never been friends with Ryan without me. You know that. Yeah.
friends.
Nah, no. He would not have given you the time of day.
Maybe not.
Because, he's always overcommit. Like, he just does, like, he would have said, like, oh, yeah, I'll come on and then not come. But it was because of me. Because they're long friends. So yeah, so now I've been working there. It's my 20th year at St. Jude.
Dave Vendura asked E-Rock if she can give hitting lessons to LSU. 3 hits against mediocre pitching is ugh.
No, probably not, because I'm not good at any sport.
Yeah, so like also, Dave, are you sure it's mediocre pitching, or do you just not respect at all the opponent that you're playing? I mean, sometimes you have veteran pitchers who know how to pitch, and just because it's not overpowering stuff at 97 doesn't mean it's mediocre pitching. And sometimes people just look at the jersey, the name on the front of the jersey, Erica. That's all they do. Drew rolled up in here a little while ago. Everybody's saying good morning.
Oh.
Let's see. Where are we? Joseph Baggert asked E-Rock.
Good morning.
Canes or Chick-fil-A?
We did this last time. I'm torn. I like the little bite-sized chickens. So I go for the Chick-fil-A for the nuggets, but I like the cane sauce and their fries. I don't know. It's like a combo. I would like Chick-fil-A little baby nuggets, or if maybe Canes could start doing like little baby nuggets instead of the big long strip. Yep. I don't like that.
Fresh, never frozen chicken fingers.
They could cut it up.
That's what they do.
Little nuggets.
Fresh, never frozen chicken fingers.
I'd rather a nugget. A nugget, Chick-fil-A.
Barry Day, good morning. Austin Kidder asked E-Rock, scone heads or morning sconers for Matt's listeners?
Morning sconers. I don't like scone heads. The word head is just like there. Morning sconers.
Murder Giraffe.
Happy Giraffe.
Said, is the Texas game going to be on the stupid Longhorn Network? No. All of that Astros Foundation Classic is going to be streamed over at MLB TV. So you can watch it there. Let's see. Blaine Smith, good morning. Ryan Thibodeau said, good morning, E-Rock.
Good morning, Ryan.
Von Bluesman said, hey, Drew. Bye, Drew. Drew came
yeah.
All right, let's see. Juan asked E-Rock.
Good morning.
E-Rock, you're married to a sports guy. What advice do you have for my wife, who is also married to a guy addicted to sports, although not for work?
Oh, be a lot more tough for her, because I understand and don't complain, because this is our income, it's our livelihood. So it makes it way different. If you just did this for fun and you were like this into it and this not obsessed, but like this, like devoted and took up this much of your time without a price tag, then I'd probably be like, hello.
With that price.
Hello. Because I mean, this is all we do. Like that's the only thing I was like, what do you watch? I'm like, I watch nothing. Matt and I try to find a show that we could sit down and watch together for like 30 minutes a week.
Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Maybe 30 minutes a week. We watch something other than sports. Other than that, it's always on. And that's fine with me. I don't really care because I'm busy and not, but everything's always sports. Everything revolves around games and everything revolves around everything. And that's why I don't like baseball, is because it takes up the entire weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Could they do one game? Why do we have to do 3? No other sport does 3 games like that. They don't. Basketball plays a game and they're done. Football plays a game and they're done.
Because there's different pitchers.
I don't care. You have different quarterbacks and stuff.
Carter asked E-Rock, with Matt's new home studio setup, when can we expect My Life as E-Rock podcast?
Oh, yeah. Soon, trivia. Soon. I don't, My Life. Nobody cares. I mean, nobody cares. I do the same stuff every day.
Darren Gagnon, morning Scone and E-Rock. Ask E-Rock your favorite thing about Matt's job. And
we got a free beer last night out of it. Best thing about Matt's job? Well, the flexibility. While it's very time consuming, his days can help me with Drew a lot in the mornings. Like, he takes care of our little boy and gets him to school every morning. So that's huge. I don't have to be in the office at 8 a.m. Then he gets home like when it's dark.
And then what do I do in the evenings?
You do what?
I feed him dinner. We ride around.
You don't ride around every day. You know, bathe every day. Drew won't let you bathe them anymore. So yeah, I mean, the night times used to be a lot more helpful, but now Drew's kind of cut out the riding around and the baths.
In the last week.
Oh, okay. Maybe. But yeah, I mean, you help at night too, but like in the morning is super helpful. I mean, at night, we're both doing everything with them. In the morning, now I'm gone at work. So
Fred Gidry asked D-Rock, do you dabble in whiskey or bourbon?
No.
If
Blah.
not, what's your drink?
Blah.
I knew that was
I hate when Matt's like, take a sip because I'm just gonna spit it out and like then you like making loud facial noises.
What's your drink of choice?
Probably Chardonnay right now. Because it's just easy and it tastes good and it's cold. And I like cold stuff. I don't want anything hot or room temp. That's disgusting.
Barry Day asked D-Rock, who did you dress up like last night from Friends? And who would you dress Matt as if he let you?
I don't know because I never gave it any thought because once I knew there was a Friends theme party, I knew it was done. And that I wasn't going to get him to dress. So I did.
Show him this?
Yeah, that's cute. Turn it the other way though. I was Rachel when she bought the hairless cat, Mrs. Whiskerson, and Mr. Whiskerson. I mean, and so Rachel bought this hairless cat for $1,000, and it was ugly and mean, and it attacked her. So I had like scratches all over my arms.
She dressed up like Rachel and had the scratches and the pillow.
Yeah, and Rachel like walked around with the red pillow with the scratches all over her arms. I would admit. So I used some red lip liner to make some scratches, made people kind of look a little bit. Might be a close up one of it. I don't know. Yeah, maybe that. It's not a great photo, but at least you can see the costume.
Yeah,
and the little cat, the little hairless cat, and the pillow. So yeah, it was fun. I don't know what I would have put Matt as. Phoebe, he could walk around with his guitar and play. Wait, show him Monica. You got to show that picture of Danae. Look, y'all remember the one when Monica was a Barbados and her hair. Got frozen.
Look, I think she found the exact shirt too.
No, she had that shirt in her closet.
Oh wow.
Yeah, Danae had that shirt. So that's the host. That's one of my best friends, Danae, and she was Monica with the hair. That was hilarious.
Squirrel didn't dress up.
Squirrel wore a shirt though.
What is it? Frankie say relax. I don't know what that means.
You don't know that episode? Okay. So yeah, so it was fun.
So they went out a coffee shop and made it into like Central Perk.
That's Kelsey. That was her birthday.
Her birthday.
She was Rachel whenever they did the football game, the girls' game.
And the place we were at over at what was it called?
Rev.
But what's the little shopping center?
Oh, Jamestown.
No.
Oh, what is that place called now?
They had a fountain. Anyway, it was cool.
Settlement at Willow Grove.
Settlement at Willow Grove.
Sorry.
They had a little water fountain, so there's a little inflatable couch up there.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
So yeah, so Danae and I are gonna go like open up. She runs autism clinics, and I help kids with all kind of kids at school. So we both do like we better the world, but we're like maybe we should just quit and be party planners because we could do some good parties.
And Sharon said, "Good morning, Erica."
Good morning.
Let's see. Ryan Stadler said, "Ask E-Rock, why would you not let Matt decorate his awesome sports memorabilia anywhere in the house that he'd like? Seems very organized. Would make it shrine."
No. Who's this? Ryan? Ryan, you're obviously not married, or if you are, your wife, you obviously don't have these types of things because I'm not opposed to nice sports memorabilia, but it needs to be located in one central area as like a museum. That's it. It's a museum. We're not doing this all over the house. It's absurd.
Ryan Thibodeau asked E-Rock, did you like the number 2 pencil bat? Did you see Hayden Travinsky?
No, I didn't see. I don't really watch baseball. It's on, but I don't watch it. Let's see. But I think I saw it on social media. It looks like the end was a racer and stuff. Yeah, that's cute. That's super cute. Why did he get to use that?
They made him one.
Oh, okay.
He went over for 2 strikeouts and then didn't use it in his last one.
I wouldn't mind put that thing down, dude.
Ask E-Rock, did you get your Taylor tickets yet?
Not yet, but they're coming. They are. Matt said, "Don't you worry, I'm getting you 4."
I said you got to stop asking me about that.
You said, "Oh."
I didn't say 4.
And you said, "Don't worry."
Trivia Carter said, "Ask E-Rock."
Good morning, Trivia.
Any battles lately?
No. I've been really upright a lot. I tripped a couple of times going up the steps last night on girls, and all the guys were like, "Whoa!" I'm like, "I'm fine. I just these steps. Something's wrong with them. Something's wrong with that bottom step." You didn't notice that?
Go Tiger should ask E-Rock how she puts up with a man who thinks he's always right. I don't think I'm always right. I just know when I'm right. There's a difference.
I don't argue. Believe me, it's
and I can acknowledge when I'm wrong. I told him the other day, like I'm terrible at math. I wasn't, but when I'm right with someone, I'm right.
No. I don't engage. I don't try to argue.
When am I wrong?
It's a losing battle if I ever want to argue about anything. I'm never going to argue. You're not.
I am.
No, you're not. What you think is always right, especially about stuff at home. So it's fine.
What stuff?
Everything, anything. the way I do things, the way you do, it's just easier just to say, okay, I don't engage. Like I am least confrontational. Like I am not going to engage with you.
Brett Gidger asked Rock, if LSU wins the College World Series, will you jump in the pool with Matt on
No,
air?
God, no, absolutely not. No, we did a video from USO last night, and I got so anxious because you wouldn't stop the video recording. I'm good to be like, hey, how are you? And then you just keep that video on me, and it makes me so uncomfortable. I do not like it. I don't like that at all. So no, I don't want to be on video ever.
Lance Richard asked Rock, how many cha-chings did the Tigers score today? That is a morning sconer there to the core, if you know.
Yeah. How many did they score yesterday? We played the same team, Stony Brook again.
So we went Northern Illinois, Stony Brook, Northern Illinois, today Stony Brook.
It's ridiculous. the creator of this sport had no wife and nothing to do at all. This is so absurd. Be like basketball, be like football. I don't mind baseball if you play one game. This is ridiculous. Matt?
You want to answer the question?
I don't even know.
How many cha-chings do we need to win?
17.
17 cha-chings. Okay.
I don't know. This is so absurd.
Ask Rock, who is always the last to be ready to leave somewhere, you or Matt?
Oh, Matt, for sure. Ready to leave like the place.
No, to like if we're going somewhere. Who's the last
I took that as like ready to leave like the bar.
No. He means like.
Are you sure? Ask him to clarify.
No, like he's talking about when you're getting ready.
Oh,
who's the last one?
For sure. No, I take forever.
I get ready in 5 minutes.
I wish I could do that. I take forever.
Trivia Carter asks Rock, when should I expect my Drew souvenir?
Oh, trivia. It's coming. I'm gonna get it out this week if I could find it. I don't know where it is. That's the problem. It's been missing.
God's Green asks Rock, have you seen Band of Brothers?
I don't know what that is. No.
So there was a guy this week on AFR this week had a guest on, and he made a Band of Brothers reference, and I was like, "You're going to be so annoyed," but I've never seen Band of Brothers because I don't ever watch TV.
Yes.
Again, and so somebody emailed me and was like, "You soft MFer, you don't know Band of Brothers." But I was like, I'm sure it's a great show.
Yeah, it's a movie or TV show.
I think it's just like a TV series.
Yeah,
I just never seen it. He's like, you need to ask T-Bob about war or this. I'm like, I mean, I was a history minor. I know plenty about history and about war and all kind of stuff. I just watch TV. So anyway, I called the guy out and I read his email on air. And so then he proceeded to send me like a dozen straight emails. Blah, blah, blah. Like he wants to sue me for inciting my audience on him. And I'm like,
oh God,
it's such a loser.
Why are you engaging with him?
Because it's hilarious.
Why'd you read his stuff on air then?
Because if you email or tweet or text a radio show that reads comments on air, like,
well, yeah, but I wouldn't. I would just not engage after that point.
Oh, but that makes that so much fun.
Oh, see, that's me not liking to engage.
That's so much fun. David Hawes, ask Rock. He put like lowercase e hyphen or lowercase e no hyphen.
Whatever you choose, it's however you want it. I would go capital E hyphen capital R.
Yeah, the first one you have there on Ask Rock, David, is how I would do it. Go Tigers said y'all are great parents.
Oh, thank you.
Trivia Carter, Rock, my birthday's Tuesday.
Oh, happy birthday, Trivia.
When will I get my birthday song?
From Drew, Tuesday. We'll do it Tuesday. I'll record. You'll be getting back Tuesday afternoon. Yeah, we'll do it Tuesday.
Russell said, tell Rock 192 days to kickoff.
Good.
Trivia Carter, ask Rock, how's Larry?
Larry's great. Larry was replacing. Larry can do anything, by the way. Again, if that's my sister, Lauren.
His sister, Lauren.
Yeah,
she's the boy that Barry never has.
Yeah, she can do anything and everything. She's doing she's doing very well. Eli, her son started baseball this weekend. Their tournament started, so they're tournamenting all weekend now.
Christian asked Rock, what's the best date Matt has ever taken you on?
Oh Lord, I don't like that. I hate superlatives because then I get like the pressures on that I'm going to mess up. The best date, singular? I mean, I would say like a trip would be a date. Because I don't know. We usually just go to dinner, which is fun. I love very nice. Very appreciative of that. But like as far as like creative date, I don't know if we really do. I've done that. But last year at this time, he took me to Napa and that was amazing and beautiful and perfect. So I would say a Napa excursion would be a good date.
It's an expensive date. Cajun Fried Alligator said, Matt, what's your opinion of the LSU men's basketball? Where are they as a program? Is head coach the guy?
I'll give an answer to that. We need the general back.
You're not getting the general.
We need the general.
You're not getting the general back, Erica.
He was so cute with you the other day.
Erica loves there's some Will Wade.
Oh, the general. That's our answer. So whoever just asked that.
You're not getting him back.
Why?
He's not coming back.
Because why? All the football coaches came back this year.
He's not coming back.
He doesn't want to.
He's not coming back.
Oh, I love him. I love his little temper tantrums on the side and his little suits.
I think Matt McMahon is doing a great job. Context matters. You have to remember what he inherited. Within 2 weeks of being hired, he had 0 scholarship players. They had sanctions, scholarship restrictions, postseason ban all looming, which made it impossible to recruit. Last year was a total throwaway. I repeat this all the time. There's a reason LSU gave him a 7-year contract, because that was the only way you were going to get a coach worth a darn to take that job. So to go from last year, which was a total punt, to now where you've got a real legitimate shot. You were picked 13th in the conference this year. 13th. And you had a great chance to finish 500 in the league. So, that's dramatically outperforming expectations in year 2 with less talent. And next year, you've got 2 top 50 players in the country coming in. They're starting to get their NIL organized, which will certainly help attract good players via the portal. So, yeah, McMahon's a great coach, man. He is a good basketball coach, and he will start to get players, and they will continue stair-stepping toward being back on solid ground, man. You've got to remember, this is the hardest thing for people who casually follow that program, is understanding what he inherited, where this program was when they fired Will Wade. So, what?
Berziegate. I told you a comedian was hosting Saturday Night Live. Remember I told you that when we got home? And Berziegate had a little watch party for his fellow comedian, and all the comedian guys are all together watching it. How cute is that? Huh? Look, how funny, how cute is that? They're all sitting there watching the other comedian and supporting each other. I love it.
Berziegate. Cajun Country, ask E-Rock, did Matt get Will Wade to call you on Friday?
No, I didn't even know he was on your show. What time he was open? You opened with you?
At 3 o'clock.
Yeah, I'm doing carpool at 3 o'clock. So I didn't even know until yesterday. You told me.
What if I had FaceTime?
Oh my gosh, I would have died. Because I would have been so nervous. I would have been so excited.
What would you have said?
I'm like, hey, Will. I don't know. I don't know why I like him so much.
Austin Kidder asked E-Rock, please help me tell my wife it's okay to let me use a section of the master bedroom to set up my drum kit and use it as a music studio. # husband's empowerment.
In your bedroom? You better have a big bedroom, with a little inlet over there by a window, way far away. No wife wants to look at a drum set ever. I mean, definitely not in the bedroom, because it's just cluttering. Can you go in the garage? Maybe.
Joseph Fallsgraf asked E-Rock, crunchy or creamy peanut butter?
Oh, definitely not crunchy. No, I don't like peanuts. No. Peanut butter, cream, Jif.
You don't like peanut?
I don't like peanuts. I don't like the peanut. I don't like peanuts themselves. I like when they become the butter. And the Jif and the squeezable Jif. It must be this. I don't like them when they're in normal form. Definitely not in the shell. The shell is disgusting. But the Jif squeezable kind is by far the best you'll ever get.
Let's see. Thomas Lamont. Oop. Did you touch my drums?
What is that, a movie reference
from
Step Brothers? I knew it.
Barry Day E-Rock. Are you saying your new favorite date will be Matt bringing you to see the little general coach game?
I mean, if it's at LSU, I don't want to go watch them
I
coach
don't
my other
think she
team,
wants
though.
me to drive her to Lake Charles to go watch.
Definitely not that.
basketball game.
But I would love to have him over for dinner still.
Murder giraffe.
Do you think he'd still want to come to dinner?
Sure.
No, seriously.
Murder giraffe said, "Heck yeah, screw peanuts. You a murder giraffe now."
Oh, happy giraffe. You don't like peanuts either?
Happy giraffe.
I told you, I'm not calling him murder giraffe ever. I'd be
You
happy.
just did.
Well, I mean, happy giraffe.
Okay. I think we're done.
Okay, good. I'm going to take a bath. Adios.
All right. As always, y'all, thanks for watching. And shout out to Brock, the Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic. They're the best. If you need an orthopedist, just call our friends over at Brock. We'll start putting the camera right here so that when the Brock logo is on the curtain, so it shows up. brortho.com. After Hours Clinic is open nights and weekends as an alternative to the ER. So if you find yourself in need of an orthopedist, bypass the ER and go straight to Brock. And of course, Hudco Roofing, HudcoRoofing.com. 364-1007, 364-1007, 364-1007. Let us come give you that free, no obligation roofing inspection and commercial, residential repairs, replacements, all that stuff. Give us a shout today. Crews are out and about today. Give us a shout. 364-1007. All right. Y'all have an awesome day. Go Tigers.